Hey man, this is Vlad TV. You know, you're stepping into the arena right now.
I mean, technically, when I came home in 2004, Vlad, you know what I mean? And this 2004 is kind of like way prior to the 50 Cent thing. When I came home from jail, like, you know, I thought it was just, you know, set, everybody together. I used to mention Jim's name and Cam like, don't mention that name, he's not with us. And she used to throw me off. I'm like, huh? What are we doing here? We not team? And the shit used to just throw me off, and it was weird because it was like, back then it was just mixy. But at that particular time, we was making some of the best music of our lives, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of crazy.
I think it got a little funny when, because we was moving as a unit at one point where we was all in one studio. You know, I wouldn't even pull up with none of my guys. I'll just pull up Dolo. It's like we were the crew, we were the entourage. And then, you know, everything popped off. Everybody's solo career started taking off. And I feel like maybe it got a little fuzzy and funny when that happened. And everybody kind of like, sort of like went on their own path as far as their solo careers go.
And like my albums was like, I would try to keep the glue together throughout my albums and the mixtapes.
So, yeah, because we'll go on tour.
Whatever was going on,
yeah.
Nobody try not to, try to let that ship just sail and nobody really know about it, you know what I mean? Well, no little flickering back and forth inside the crew.
Well, I remember seeing the whole thing happen in real time, because this was, I mean, the internet was around, but radio was the big platform at that time. And I remember 50 Cent was on Hot 97, and I think he was calling Koch Records a graveyard for artists.
Yeah, this was like 05, 06.
05, right. And, no, it was like 07, 2007 actually.
2007, okay.
2007, that happened. And Cameron took it upon himself to call in and start arguing with 50 on the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was crazy.
And look, I'm cool with Cameron. I just did a show,
right?
Yeah,
earlier this year.
Right.
I love Cameron. But I felt in that situation, Cameron kind of started it because 50 wasn't even really talking about him.
Well, he switched it. Because at first he was speaking in general, because everybody in the city was listening at that time. Mm-hmm. And he was speaking in general as far as Koch being the graveyard where the artist that's not popping, that's not, of a certain quality go to. And then, Cam just happened to be at Koch at the time, picking up a big check. You get what I'm saying? So he heard that. They was all listening in the office and he just called up to stand up. But I feel like it was so much yelling back and forth, Cam couldn't really check his temperature as far as like, in the background, you can hear 50 Cent saying, I rock with Cam, let me talk to Cam. So, that just took a turn for the worse as far as the yelling match and things like that. But I don't think that's where it started at, because Cam turned up right after that. Then the diss records come, you get what I'm saying? So that didn't really stop nothing. He was picking up a $300,000 check that day. So I don't think that made things go downhill.
Well, right, but then 50 Cent had a show and Jewels and Jim Jones went on stage with him. and Cameron absolutely had a problem with that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was like I said, it was crazy back then, Vlad. It was crazy.
Man, all right, DukeDaGod, you're the calm one in all situations. I never heard you beefing with anyone in life.
Yeah, you're a positive human, man.
From your perspective, I've known you for like 20 years at this point. From your perspective, what happened at that moment? Did you know that Jim and Jewels were about to go on stage with 50?
No, I didn't know until the world knew, until the world seen it, and we heard about it. And it was just like, I know, like it was just like, they were just mad at each other. Like Jim, I'm pretty sure Jim was just real mad at Cam for all the things that was happening in the background. And I know Jim wanted the light, you know what I'm saying? He wanted he had a big record out at the time, you know what I'm saying? Had the Ballin' record out. And it was just like, I guess he just wanted to hurt Cam. But like I said, we was all devastated, when we saw that, you know what I mean?
I feel like he looked at it as an opportunity where it's like, yo, this ain't no real street beef. This is all, I got one of the hottest records. I need to take this opportunity to really turn up and keep going up with this record. You get what I'm saying? But,
Yeah, well, I remember Cameron even saying, I wouldn't see like a Tony Yayo come on stage with Game, no matter what was happening internally. And look, Tony Yayo's now a regular on Vlad TV.
No, definitely.
And the one thing I could say, like, everyone has a superpower, right?
Yeah.
Like, everyone's great at something. Yayo is the most loyal dude I know.
Nah, Yayo's loyal. Leo's loyal. I can't front on his loyalty. That's one thing I can't.
There's always two sides to each story, though. So, same way you see maybe Jim might have made that move at the time and shouts, because I don't pick sides. We diplomatic for real. Those are all our brothers. But at the same time, around that same time, I could, if my memory, is correct, Cam sided with Max B at the time. You get what I'm saying? So it's always two sides of each story. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay, I didn't realize that.